We are continuing our adventures in something Relog, Cleary, Kleenex, Rolex, Clîaban Rilag, level 2. We're getting ready to go up these stairs, which are going up, interestingly enough. I don't know where they go. I have leveled up all my characters to level 8. Everyone is now level 8 as we continue these adventures. I do that off camera because it's quite boring. Because I just kind of sit there and read a bunch of abilities. We are now... Oh, we're back in Clîaban Rilag level 1. Interesting. I bet we're supposed to go back to that door in the middle.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
You may also notice that I've been playing a lot with the audio on these videos. I'm having no end of difficulty getting a level that I like. You know, it's one of those games where when you set the voice volume to be high and the sound effect volume to be low, you know, all the characters grunting and shouting during combat is like super loud. But, you know, the sound effects are quiet. But the grunting and shouting is way louder than the voice dialogue volume. So it's very frustrating to try to get a good volume setting on this game. I did increase my character, Drem. I increased his mechanics. So I'm hoping that maybe we can actually see some traps better. I don't know. What's going on over here? I don't see any people or monsters. It looks like a... Oh, there's a couple of them. They look like teleporter pads. And another set of stairs. Oh, this was that place we were looking across. And we were like, how do we get over there? We go through level 2. That's how we get over there. Oh, wow. That's a big thing. That looks very familiar. Guys, I recognize that from the beginning of the game when I was awakened. I came out of these ruins and there was a guy and I was with a couple of people and they were vaporized. They were nice people, but they were vaporized while I was awakened for some reason. Looks like there's nothing in here. This is very ominous, though. It's the Anguithan machine. And the camera pointed us at this guy here. For some reason. I guess there's no reason to sneak, because there's nobody here. Who is this guy? A haze of essence lingers over your body, as faint and insubstantial as a dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears, and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You'd heard rumors that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no sign that anyone has been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust. Ash. You know suddenly what this will cost you, and you are ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine in Clîaban Rilag were wearing off. A child had been born not far from Deerford recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. Ooh, the machines are causing the Hollowborns. You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name, and you don't know theirs, but you know that you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. Two carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine, but you feel a tingling at your extremities. Searing pain spreads through your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while, it feels as if you're falling toward the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside Clîaban Rilag, where several robed figures fell amidst a howling bivouac. I told you guys it was like that place at the beginning. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it is apparent that the leaden key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. Oh, we gotta stop those leaden key guys. Oops. I clicked, didn't I? Quest completed. I saw a vision of the Leaden Key agents surrendering their souls to the Enguithan machine in Clîaban Rilag. They performed the same ritual I witnessed outside Clîaban Rilag, which means they must be doing this all over the Deerwood. The thoughts of one of the agents suggested that they were there to ensure that infants in the area would be Hollowborn. Guys, these are the things that are making the Hollowborns. These are what? Why would they be doing that? I don't know, I just saw the thing. I don't have all the answers yet. Well, why don't you have the answers? You're the watcher. Guys, I'm just reading the text here. I don't have all the answers yet. Something in the ether hums and buzzes through your teeth. Hey, we gained 4,320 party experience. So, are we done? I think we're done. What about that middle section? How do we get out of here? Is there a way out? Nope, can't go that way. We gotta go all the way downstairs and back out again. I think we're finished in here, everyone. Drem's merchant crew has triumphed once again. Where are the stairs? Is it over here? I forgot how we got in here, guys. I feel like it was in this room. Oh yeah, there they are. There's the stairs. Don't split the party. We could have been killed just then. So I suppose we should head back to Defiance Bay and report to Lady Webb? How did we get into this place? I don't remember where the entrance is. I think it's over here somewhere. Oh wait, there were two entrances, weren't there? But we should go not the one where we're gonna be attacked. That's right, we went over here. Right. I remember now. I remember. Well, this was less eventful than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to have to go through a whole nother level. Oh, wait, before we go. Let's see if we can open up this door now. I feel like the Crypt Key is going to open this door. Or an Anguithin key. Alright, there's one more thing to do, everyone.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Let's check out this inner chamber. Uh-oh, it's guarded. Let's kill them all.
That's it!
I fell down, you guys. These bastards knocked me right on my butt.
It's no use. I need something stronger.
Oh, come on.
This thing isn't doing the job.
What the hell? I specifically increased the accuracy of both my tank and my paladin so that they would stop yelling at me about how their thing isn't doing the job. Maybe I have misinterpreted what that message means. Hungering always for nations and gold, they were ruthless and fearless, says the message on the column there. Well, what's in this armor rack? Oh. Sura's supper plate, a small shield, with properties of retaliation and fine, and a tiny animat pet. Ha! Okay. Who even uses a shield? Nobody in my group uses a shield. I mean, I have a medium shield. Retaliation, accuracy, I mean... Doesn't really seem like it's better than my medium shield, but it's magic, so I'm just gonna use it. And I guess we'll use the new pet. Bye, Piglet.
All right, then.
And that's it? Is there anything else in here? I mean, it feels like there should be something really good in here, besides an animat pet. That seems sort of almost insulting. And a teeny tiny shield. Okay, I guess that was it. Let's get out of here, guys. I guess I can sell this animat pet in my merchant trade when I get back to the Deadfire Archipelago. I'll just toss this piglet out somewhere and never think about him again. Oh, we have to jump across again. I should quick save before I do that. You clear the gap without incident. Yay. Now, to see if we can get out of here without any sort of fighting with the Glenfathans. Hopefully they won't even notice we were here. Get away! Stay away from the Glenfathans. Let's sneak so they don't find us. So we have some kind of quest at our stronghold, which I think it lasted for like 5 days or something, but alright, we'll go back to Brackenbury with a 20-hour trip. We will check in with Lady Webb. And then we'll head back. To the stronghold. The Hermit of Hadred House. I believe finishing this quest will be the end of Act 2 in the game story. If my memory of Google results is accurate. And then from then on, it's Act 3 and the end of the main story. Nope, she's upstairs.
How fares your search?
It's going quite well. There is something else I can tell you about the Leaden Key's operations.
Well, let's hear it.
The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Anguithan machines that span the country, and it seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been.
They do seem like very evil people.
The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Anguithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed.
That's very inconvenient for our purposes.
However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange.
I happen to be a hero of the Dozens already. In order to attend the Animancy hearings at the palace, I'll need to be sponsored by one of the 3 main factions represented at the hearings. The Knights of the Crucible, House Demonel, or the Dozens. How is a crime family getting represented there? Well, it seems like the thing that I should do is maybe go talk to the dozens and see if they will sponsor me. On the other hand, I do need to get back to my stronghold as well. Something bad's gonna happen if I don't get to my stronghold. Lord Birnwigar, a cruel ruler from the north, has arrived at the stronghold. He's leaving in 6 days and 9 hours. Wait, I thought it was less than 5 days. Well, okay, then I have plenty of time then. Never mind. Let's go talk to the dozens. In Copper Lane. I think they're in Copper Lane. I'm not really sure what I need to do, but I assume that I talk to them and they'll have a dialogue option that says, "Hey, can you sponsor me for the thing?" And they'll be like, "Sure, you're a hero." And while you're at it, can you help me fight a battle for my stronghold? That would also be very useful. Wonder if the assassins are still out. I assume they only come out at night. There's probably even more assassins now that I've gone against House Demonel. Hello, Mr. Winnan? So, I hear that the dozens are part of the Animancy hearings at the Dukel Palace.
Someone's got to keep the blazing Crucible Knights from leading us all to ruin, and the Dominels certainly aren't doing their part. But Wolfgren's still a man of the people. He's always been sensible in other matters. He'll hear us out eventually.
How are the hearings going? Morley tells me it's a rough fight. The Duke's looking for any means he can to combat the legacy, and everyone knows the Knights are working on him in the background. As for the Dominels, I can't tell what they're up to. Probably taking coin from the Knights to keep this whole farce going. What are your thoughts on Animancy? It'll be our downfall if we let it. Kith weren't meant to meddle in matters of the soul, and it's only fools that can't see it. Our troublemakers, or troublemakers that won't see it. He leans in, arms folded. And I suspect we've got more than a few of those vying for the Duke's ears. Cheats and frauds looking to profit from the disaster. Say, I was hoping to attend the Animancy hearings with the dozens. He claps you on the shoulder. It'll be good to have you there under our banner. Someone's got to convince the Duke to abandon this folly. The Duke will hear the truth about Animancy. That's for sure. Definitely he will. Wennon casually nods your way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? That's all for now. Great. So I'm gonna get in there, but then I'm gonna annoy the guy, and now he's definitely not going to go. Now that I'm formally invited to the Animancy hearings, I should return to Lady Webb and update her on my progress. Okay, back across town then. It's a road trip episode. Previously, I've cut out these sorts of road trips, but I don't feel like it now. Again, it would be really nice if you could just sort of fast travel from anywhere on the map without having to run to an exit point. It is quite a pain. The only concession they made to that sort of pain point in the game is giving you a fast speed to run faster. At least it's not a 10-minute loading screen every time. Lady Webb.
How fares your search?
I did it. I keep forgetting you say something. If I'm going to do this for you, I think it's time you told me about Theos. I mean, I thought you already had, but apparently there's something else you're holding back, so spill it.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock, but I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them.
I didn't ask about your history of your love life.
And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted.
You're talking about Theos, aren't you? You're just gonna... Okay, I get it. It's a romance, I see. Again, I didn't ask this, but I feel like I understand why you were holding this part back now, and I don't think I really need to hear anymore.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
I feel like there's a name for that sort of unhealthy relationship, but I'm guessing that didn't last.
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the leaden key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding.
Okay.
One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder.
So he hasn't come after you all this time? I think it must be true love, then.
I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts.
Well, lucky for you, I came along to reunite you with your lost love, who's like the most evil person in the world.
And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
Well, I guess I feel better now. And again, I can see why you didn't want to tell me that. So let's discuss the Animancy hearings at the palace.
What of them?
Wait a minute. Wouldn't they allow a guest of Dunreed Row into the hearings?
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation for whatever reason. It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in this. Easier for them to embrace the truth.
What should I know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself. The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
Well, I'm a cipher, so I can just read his thoughts. Anyway, get ready for some good news because the dozens have accepted me into their delegation.
Of all the groups, it is the dozens that the Duke fears most. If you have their ear, you will most certainly have Avar's.
Well, that works out perfectly.
You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the Leaden Key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Hey, who knows? Maybe you and the great big bad evil overlord will get married in the end. Huh. Anyway, bye. Quest updated. Attend the hearings at the Ducal Palace in First Fires. I should get to the palace and attend the hearings as soon as possible. Okay then. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Why do I have a feeling that there will be some sort of catastrophic event that takes place during the hearings? Something like Theos will barge in with a dragon or something like that. Because that's usually what happens in these sorts of situations. When the Grand Council gets together, the big evil guy finally makes his presence known, and then we go into the third act. What's my time? I guess I got enough time. I don't know. Huh. There's a town crier yelling down here. Lumdala, famed leader of the Revel of Stars, and numerous cohorts stand accused. May judgment fall swiftly upon them. I did that. We did that, you guys. Drem's merchant crew, we cleaned up this town. Hello, Sidley. Goodbye, Sidley. I thought you might tell us something. I think we're just supposed to go down the hall to the hearing. A place has been reserved for you on the balcony, Drem. Go to the upper floor. Oh, okay. No matter what goes on out there, the palace is a symbol of local pride for Defiance Bay. Oh, up here. We received word from Wenin you would be attending, Drem. The balcony has been opened for you. Thank you. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are the well-dressed members of House Demonel, casual, watching with a predator's interest. Still elsewhere are the ramshackled dozens, who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are animancers in their academics' robes, with expressions either sour or concerned.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you Animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
At the back of the chamber sits the Duke, sprawled in his throne, worn down but alert and feisty nonetheless. That was the Duke that was just talking.
Ramir de Barask is originally from Palminia. He's one of the finest minds in Animancy to come out of the Valian Republics. He left for Defiance Bay 5 years ago, because he believed this was the true heart of Animancy research.
In Palagina's words, and the way she looks at her countrymen, you sense both pride and a mild sense of frustration.
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
That's Dirla Demonel of House Demonel.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more! Animancy goes, or this country goes!
Edric Morley, of the Dozens. I'm a C-SPAN commentator now.
So you admit, Master Barask, that Animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was?
Tirgath Bjordson, of the Crucible Knights.
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The Dozens won't stand for it.
The experiment failed, yes, but his work...
His work was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the Dozens. What makes you say sabotage?
Well, I met a false patient in Brackenbury Sanitarium who had tampered with Azo's machinery.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children.
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
This is not the Bale Reach incident. This is a responsible scientist who was manipulated. Aloth whispers between gritted teeth. How can you call him responsible? You saw the state of the sanitarium.
Horseshit! These Animancers can't be trusted! Look at what happened in Heritage Hill! Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves!
Are you sure this is your delegate, Adric?
He won't be for long making claims like that.
I had a feeling you wouldn't like this.
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justiciar. You turn a blind eye, and look what happens.
I have been to Heritage Hill since the quarantine. Though the knights were unable to control the damage, it was not Animancy, but an ancient machine that caused it.
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different. I'm an honest merchant from the Deadfire Archipelago. When this is all done, come to my shops.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
The place called Tir Nuneth houses an Engwithan machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead. Yeah, anybody can go there. I cleaned out all the monsters. You can just walk up there and see. Although you do have to watch out for the guy at the top. He's kind of a cannibal and he might eat your face off. So just beware of him if you go there.
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
Their presence doesn't prove cause. This testimony is not evidence, it is a guess. I kind of want to say this one here, though. You know, I feel like the one that has the intellect stat on it would be the better response, but this second one feels like a better response, because I do have reason to believe there were others at the tower, and that is the leaden key. But I'll go with the intellect one. Their presence doesn't prove cause. This testimony is not evidence, it's a guess.
Animancy has many enemies. You need only look around this room to see it.
You're missing the point! Everywhere there's Animancers, there's disaster! We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge!
Oh, wrong bridge indeed. Magrin's fiery whore, something, haha.
It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it!
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs, he couldn't cough up. My daughter, we put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker!
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
I can. Your Grace, your Dukeness. The grieving mother reaches toward your mind with hers. Bring order to the chaos here. I can. The crowd begins to mutter, the sound taking a doubtful character. Right idea, Watcher. Taking this hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Magrin's fiery whore. Why? Durrance just cracks me up. He's so despicable. He just cracks me up. Wide One's legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Hear me, everyone in the room. Wide One's legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Cadman Azo's downfall was their work, as was the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want Animancy to fall. The dull muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. Hear me, people of Defiance Bay. I have seen them in the ruins of Irglanfath, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls near towns like Gilded Vale and Deerford, where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard their dead confess their plot. They are stealing the souls of the unborn. Did I mention I was a watcher? 'Cause I'm a watcher, so I know these things.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
The room laughs. Wow, I have a lot of dialogue options to pick from here. Some of these responses are horrible. You shame your order by dismissing the truth before hearing it, madame. I expected better from a knight of the Crucible.
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Okay, I have to read over these options again. Hold on. Well, I feel like my best bet is this Honest 3 option down here. Maybe option 1. Your Dukeness, if you know anything about me, you know this. I have been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter.
The only piece of evidence.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
Well, the martyrs of the dozen supported my search for answers.
Though it would seem that not all of them were in on your investigation. Nevertheless, I am pleasantly surprised by their open-mindedness here. But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenbury Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position?
Oh, let me think about that for a minute. Well, you've given me quite a puzzle to consider here. What should I say about Animancy? Is it dangerous? Should we ban it? Or should we study it and learn from it? I feel like Animancy should be studied in Deerwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they will wield great power over you. Her face still, Pelagina looks your way and subtly nods in approval. Aloth shakes his head. Animancers serve their own ambitions and their own purses. Giving them this power is like setting a child loose in an armory. The grieving mother chimes in. I do not trust these Animancers, seeking first after gain and glory, but if they can heal our children, I would not hinder them.
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest.
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you, Duke Ivor Wolfgren. For some reason, that line was very quiet.
I want to thank the delegations for helping me collect my thoughts. And our new delegate, who has warned us of a new possibility that must be looked into.
That's better, I can hear you now.
The time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement.
I'm ready.
Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of Animancers in Deerwood, step forward.
Your Grace.
Uh-oh. Who's this?
It occurs to me now that my concerns about animancy may not outweigh its value.
Look out.
Give me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing?
Look out, Duke.
No! Avenge the Duke!
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
I knew something like this would happen.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
Don't let him get away. What? I collapsed. The words, "Shall I end it for you?" ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims around you, the screams and clashing of weapons fading to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theos stands at a pulpit high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide circular pit of carved stone. He addresses a woman bound backward over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone maw. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks like melted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angle of her back suggests a spine in ruins. Yet for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
Her eyes are barely open and her words come between strangled breaths, but they are steady, unbroken.
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. Drem was granted dominion of the sleepers. You open your eyes to the beamed ceiling of the palace's grand entry hall. The clangs of metal striking metal waft in from outside, alongside the cries of the injured, as you stagger to your feet. Theos is gone. The grieving mother hovers over you with wide, fearful eyes. "We are surrounded by spirits of rage and fear. We must flee." Off to one side, you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He is trying to say something, seemingly directed at you. But at first it is too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. "Lady Webb, she's the only. She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please, find her. Tell her everything." The guard passes out and slides to the floor, still. Okay, guys, we gotta go find Lady Webb. Do we have to fight our way out of here? Is it a battle to the death? Sidley, what happened? Don't go out there. There's rioting in the streets. I have to go out there. I have to get to Lady Webb. I think. I was told to go see Lady Webb, so that's where I'm going. Oh, there is rioting in the streets, all right. Stand down, we don't want to fight you. You picked your side. Okay, we're just gonna pass by that. You guys can keep fighting on your own, I guess. We're headed for... Where are we headed for? We're headed for Brackenbury? Is that where she is? Yeah, I think she's in Brackenbury. So we're headed south. Stay out of our way. We're Drem's merchant crew coming through. Important mission. These lot are in league with the Animancers. Okay, we're not actually, but we're just trying to help here. Heading over to Brackenbury. Oh, this place doesn't look good. There's a corpse. Oh, some Animancer's been killed. We'll take his boots. Oh wow, they burned down the, they burned down the sanitarium. Oh man. Yeah, they're mad at the, Animancers, I think. Okay. Oh, there's an Animancer. Go on, run before they see you! Yeah, you guys should run. Who is that? It's a Dozen's martyr.
Good day, stranger.
I recognize you. You were the one who spoke up at the hearing. What were you just doing? I got a few of the Animancers out of the building through the back. A lot of them didn't make it out, though. Aren't you with the Dozens? I was. The things I heard at the hearing today, though. I had it all backward. If it was good enough for the Duke, it was good enough for me. I don't care if an Animancer did kill him. Doesn't mean we gotta hold them all responsible. This, he gestures at the flames behind him, isn't what we're supposed to be about. Okay, well, I have to go. Alright, get out of sight. Wait this thing out. Good luck, friend. I'm gonna head in here to talk to Lady Webb. Because she'll know what to do. Oh, wow, there's a lot of corpses here in Lady Webb's place. They're not gonna need their money anymore. Hey, are the Dunreed... Oh no, Dunreed Row! Well, all this money they're not gonna need. We'll just take that. I guess we won't be finishing any of those quests. Yikes. All these people that are not going to be needing their money. I don't think Lady Webb's going to be here. Oh no, not Lady Webb. Not you too. Lady Webb lies still in her bed, an ornate cushion propping her back upright. The blood pooled beneath a gash in her chest is tacky and nearly dry. A shattered glass rests on the floor beneath her dangling hand. You can feel the faint aura of her fading essence in your ken. Oh, she was drinking that wine. You make contact with her soul and are immersed in a torrent of sensory input and experience. When it calms, you find yourself in the same room, lying in bed with a glass of brandy in your hand. Through the walls of the streets outside come the sounds of screams and shattering glass, and the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip, and it warms your gullet. Wait a minute, was she behind this whole thing? Was she in cahoots with Theos the whole time? Across the room, the door opens behind a patient, steady push. Into the room walks Theos, the floorboards creaking beneath deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy has trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
No worse than any.
You are concentrating, focusing with all of your energy. It feels as though you are diving into a stone wall over and over, but it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of a thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
He walks over to a small table and raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve of the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity. You know this is how it has to be.
His words come freely, absent of all doubt. He draws a long, curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left hand, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife in the other, its point dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theos slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it through. Layers of tissue separate with brittle, papery stiffness, and blood wells up around the blade. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop your glass to the floor, and you hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife hand in both of yours, a question radiant in your mind. For an instant, to your great surprise, the pathway to his mind is left open to you, unguarded, and the answer comes. Simple, cataclysmic in its reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer you've searched for all your life. But in your own mind, her understanding lies just beyond your reach. You look at Theos with the wide eyes of someone seeing for the first time and draw your last breath as a black velvety darkness descends over you. Oh man, they aren't gonna tell us. Does he love her, or does he not love her? Lady Webb knows, but we'll never know.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenbury Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hodred House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the leaden key itself.
Wow. Now that's how you start in Act 3. Quest completed, the Hermit of Hadrid House. Well, we have a new quest, the Assassin at Large. Theos has killed the Duke and Lady Webb and sent Defiance Bay into chaos, but Lady Webb saw where he intended to go next, to the city of Twin Elms. It is there I must go if there is any chance of catching up to him. I saw Lady Webb's last moments. Theos killed her in her bed, but not before she got him to admit he was headed to Twin Elms. I wonder if she did that knowing that I'd see it. Wow, you guys. That was a lot. That was a lot for Drem's merchant crew. Well, that was quite a lot, all right. I think we should... I don't know what I think. Magran's fiery whore, something something fiery whore, rah rah rah. Everything's about the fiery whore of Magran. Okay, Durance, calm down over there. Well, I think we should definitely go back to the stronghold, because there's something going on back there. We should definitely check that out. I think you're right, Aloth. Because something is happening at the stronghold, we need to go back there. Lord Bernwigger is a cruel ruler from the north, and he's trying to gain an audience with me. So next time, we're going to head back to the stronghold and see what all that's about before we head into Act 3. But I'm going to stop for now because this video is huge. See you later.